What's up, Leo? Welcome back to Theresthattarot. Leo, we're going to do something a little different today. We're just going to kind of talk about what's coming your way. I don't do too much shuffling during this reading, so I think there's a personal issue that you've been going through, and it is reaching resolution. You may have been dealing with a Cancer. You may want to go check out the Cancer reading because you were in their reading as well. I think you're finally letting go of something that you've been holding on to, or there's something that you haven't wanted to end, but you haven't been quite getting what you put into it either. Or maybe you just feel like the give and take is unequal, or you've just been given too much to something, right? Too much energy, too much money. But I feel like there's a Sagittarius here. Maybe a Sagittarius that you were dealing with, or I feel like maybe this issue could reach resolution during Sagittarius season, which is November, December. Things may be balancing out for you. This also could talk about, yes, there's something that you've been giving to. And I think it's something that you didn't want it to end, but I think your energy may have been a little Why I can't talk? There's somebody you're not talking to. Y'all don't quite know what to say to each other, because I didn't start like stuttering until I got to this reading, right? So I feel like the energy was misdirected. I was pouring into something, but maybe that's not where my focus was supposed to be, if that makes any sense. Maybe my focus should have been on healing myself. Healing the blockages, healing the things that make me react to people the way that I do, or healing, you know what I mean? Like being willing to undergo the process of dealing with my own shit. You know, we all got shit. We all got it, you know, and when you get in a relationship with someone or anything, you know, close, it's a reflection. So a lot of times when you don't like what you see, you have to ask yourself, how did I end up attracting this to me? It's the real tea. Being willing to undergo the process. There was a lot of questionable behavior here. Listen, how do you feel when you're around this person? There was a problem with dealing with things as they came up. There was a lot of unspoken feelings. People can't treat you the way you want if you don't tell them. If you don't tell them how you want to be treated. So I feel like as confident as somebody may appear, or is, there was a problem when it came to speaking up about, hey, you know, when such and such happened, it made me feel like this. Okay. And I need to be bold enough to be able to, I need to love myself enough to be able to be like, yo, I didn't like that shit that happened. This is just standards. You know what I mean? Don't be afraid to lose a person behind your truth. Because if you lose them by telling them the truth, they ain't love you no way. They wasn't, you know what I mean? Like, if I lose you by telling you what my boundary is, then you wasn't for me. And that's period. I don't care about losing nobody. Because if I lost you, I ain't never had you. There was a void that needed to be filled. I feel like somebody was trying to fill a hole on the inside, and they were filling it with like things. You know what I mean? It could have been like fleeting relationships, sex, money, alcohol, whatever the case is. But that energy was being misdirected. Okay? Whatever this issue is personal to you, Leo. And I feel like the energy was going out when it should have been coming in. Okay? You ain't never gonna get what you want from people until you deal with yourself. And then you can set intention and positive expectation, and you can evoke the emotions that you want to see from people. Or else you can get the hell out my face. And it's like, you're not afraid to lose people when you know who you are and what you bring to the table. Okay? That's when you're not afraid to. There may have been someone who was determined to have you. Or maybe you were determined to have them. Who knows? Somebody's also mad that somebody else does not trust them. I didn't do what you think I did, or they didn't do what you think they did, or something like that. Somebody fell in love with somebody who was emotionally unavailable. And that's a deal breaker. It's a deal breaker without even trying to be a deal breaker. Because either you're going to be in a relationship that sucks. Because if you're not emotionally available to be in a relationship, you just shouldn't be in one. Like, deal with your shit. Everybody got their shit, like I said. This could be about you. This could be about the person that you were dealing with. It could be a little bit of both, right? I can't be so determined to have you that I forget about me. Okay? And I feel like you saw this relationship or whatever the situation. I think you saw it breaking down. And I'm not sure, Leo, if this is advice or if this is what you did. But when you start seeing it break down like that, that's when you get proactive and you start making sure you got your shit together. Okay, I feel like that's where you're at. You start fixing yourself before it ends, so when it ends, you're not so broken. You can just float right back on into the atmosphere and do your life. You know what I mean? Leo, this was about you. This card just fell out. I ain't even tried. So whatever it is that wounded you, I feel, whatever it is that had you feeling guarded, that you were holding on to, I think you're realizing that it's not your battle. And I feel like that issue is going to reach a resolution. I feel like this is what's coming for you, because we're reading for what's coming. Ooh, somebody already had a girlfriend or boyfriend anyway, didn't they? One more card for this. You could have met somebody in March, or there could have been something significant about the month of March coming, or the last one. You could have been dealing with the Aries or a Pisces. Aries and Pisces is March. So, how all of this has affected you, Leo. It's like I took on so much that I couldn't see where I was going anymore. It became too much of a burden. Okay. Somebody may have something with someone's back. May have been a back issue as well, but it just made you feel like you couldn't make things happen. Okay. Somebody didn't want to give the other person room to betray them. And if you don't give a person room to betray you, you never know if they will. Ooh. Somebody was clocking somebody else's pockets too. Don't let nobody be with you for stability and not love, honey. You got to love me. Somebody was trying to, like, it's like almost as if someone, I feel like you were covering your eyes because you didn't want to see what was coming. Did somebody betray you? Possibly on a romantic level and a financial level, but you didn't want to look at it. It was somebody that didn't want to look at it. What you fear is usually close to you. Unfortunately. It's very true. You know how a lot of times you be like, I knew that shit was going to happen. It was already happening. You know what I mean? But be careful though, Leo. Don't allow yourself to go into a slump over somebody else's shit. Or if this was yours, you know, I don't know. But something about bad hygiene is here. Could be a Virgo connected to that. I don't know. Or is there something significant that's happening in Virgo season, which is end of August, which is coming up? It's like now, right? What's today? Not quite. Virgo season is in a few days, but or September. December is also a significant month here. That came out as well. You could have been dealing with a Sagittarius. Capricorn. Is that Capricorn is December? Yes, it is. Your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between real and imaginary. Like I said, somebody had taken on so much that they couldn't really see what was going on anymore. It was like a lot on their plate. This could have been taking on too many people. This could have been taking on yes to too much. Or just giving too much. that here? You may have felt... Okay. Wait a minute. You feel taken for granted. I feel like the way that this has affected you is you felt taken for granted. And maybe you have deprived this person, or if the roles are reversed, okay? Maybe you took somebody for granted. And things became too much of a burden, and it became unworkable. It was hard to make something happen here. Or you realized that there was no way to make this happen. Somebody realized how much they had when it was too late. And now they've been deprived of it. And deprivation changes behavior. I feel like maybe if somebody was using that as a tactic. Oh, there it is. Is that it? Was somebody using deprivation as a tactic to manifest somebody? Because, you know, when you take your energy away from somebody, or you take yourself away from somebody, it can pull the person back towards you, right? Because people like to chase. But I feel like if that's what happened, it didn't work, because somebody's energy never left. They just kind of pulled themselves out physically. That's what I got from that. So whatever that was, it didn't work. So now I feel like somebody... Yes, exactly. Wait a minute. It didn't work because somebody would rather feel better than do better. So it's like, well, if this isn't making me feel good, then I'll just go take on this. And that's not doing what I wanted to do, so I'm going to just go take on this. You know, and then it became so much that, like I said, you couldn't see where you were going anymore. So I feel like somebody is trying to relieve themselves of all that they have taken on. Because feeling better is temporary. So there could have been a lot of like quick fix, like I said, alcohol, sex, you know, fleeting little nothings, you know what I mean, distractions, just to keep yourself, you know, feeling better instead of actually doing better. I feel like maybe you went through a phase of that for a minute. Or they could have been your person. Take it how it resonates. Y'all tell me in the comments how this resonates for you. Somebody could be in the military. But I feel like somebody brings like that army, warrior, ethos type of attitude into relationships. And it's a good attitude for the battlefield. It is the wrong one for a relationship though. Because it's like, I won't accept defeat, which cancels out free will. And so you could have been dealing with somebody who was very controlling. Ooh, you're better off without that. What else? Just because he or she wants you doesn't mean that they're ready for you. Okay, so I feel like there's somebody who gave you a lot of anxiety here. And maybe what you perceived the relationship to be wasn't actually what it was, but you poured into it, and I feel like it just became too much. So the way that I see this affecting you now is you're trying not to let that shit affect you anymore. Okay? What it is that you need to know, this whole thing, Two of Wands in the reverse to the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse, indecision is a waste of time. If you don't know, like, you can end up wasting a lot of time staying in limbo. There was somebody who couldn't make a choice between two people or two different pathways. And I feel like they ended up wasting everybody's time. Exactly. Unspoken feelings. We got Aquarius's energy here. Somebody wanted a home and a hoe. They wanted everything. Okay? And it just doesn't work like that, does it? It just doesn't. Somebody gonna get mad. Somebody gonna pull out. Somebody gonna get caught. Because you can't be emotionally available to a whole bunch of people. Not in a romantic setting. It's kind of like I forget who it was. Some dating advice person that said you know, when you're dating, when I'm dating, I try to just date one person at a time, like on a serious note. Like if I'm dating with the intention of being in a relationship, narrow it down a little bit, you know. Because how can you truly get to know a person when your energy spread all over the place? You know what I mean? That's for somebody. Somebody wanted to keep their steady Eddie. You stay right there, okay? Don't move. I'm going to go be a hoe for a minute now. I'll be back. I need you to be there, though. You know what I mean? They wanted everything. And somebody you end up spending too much money, too. When your energy is spread all over the place. When you're trying to date and impress other people and all that kind of shit, you end up spending too much money. Hell, when you could be making money with somebody. If you just settle, not settle, but like narrow it down. You know what I mean? Look for something that's longevity. You know what I mean? And it's not just about making money together. It's like, it's so much more fulfilling, you know, when you narrow it down. You can focus. You know, you don't have nobody dangling no carrot over your head. Somebody was a carrot dangler, too. If you were dealing with somebody who was controlling, either this person might have been clocking your pockets, or maybe they made more money than you. And they held that over your head. No. That's a no. You could have given a lot to this person. But don't give out what you need right back, Leo. Even if it's your energy. Okay? Somebody's mad that you don't trust them. Somebody's extremely sensitive. And I feel like a part of that sensitivity is what has, what killed this relationship. Somebody, it's like they always thought the song was about them. Everything ain't about you. I feel like that's what somebody said to the other person. It's like, everything, it's not about you. Stop being so sensitive. Stop taking everything personally. I feel like somebody needed to hear that. It could be a Taurus here, or this could have been somebody that you were committed to, but I feel like there's an ending here. And I feel like you're going to be very selective here moving forward with who you give your energy to, as you should. The other thing that you need to know, Leo, is that something at this point feels forced and it's time to disconnect from them. Oh, I didn't do it. Okay. September. September might be the month that you do disconnect from. This could have been a series of dating choices. This could have been just one person. But we got, you're better off without them. Somebody was clocking your pockets. Somebody still had some healing to do. Okay. A lot of, somebody on, you know, if you're pouring from an empty cup, then what are your words? Like what, you can't, your words can't match up with your actions can't match up with your words if you're pouring from an empty cup. It's just a whole bunch of bullshit words. I feel like that was all it was, you know, from someone. I'm not sure which way this went. But I feel like somebody, sometimes we find a person and we find such a beautiful, positive thing in this person, right? It's lovely when we're able to connect with someone that makes us feel good. But we can't use that feel good feeling that we get from them. We can't forget how to get that feeling for ourselves. Is that what I'm trying to say? It's like you still have to find a way to find that feeling for yourself. Don't forget who you are. Don't get in a relationship and forget you. That's what I'm trying to say here. And I'm not saying it's time to disconnect from them, like F them, never want to see them again, nothing like that. But like, disconnect a little bit, you know? Detach just a little bit. Especially if this ain't your end all be all. You know, if you're just dating, you know. Also, somebody needs to grow up. It's here. It's here. I don't know if it's you or the other person. It's time for you to be happy, Leo. A lot of things have come to the light for you. The Sun card is here for what you need to know. Okay? So what you need to know is that somebody wanted to play you. They wanted a home and a hoe. They wanted something on the side. Okay? It was a lot of bullshit words that went down here. Somebody need to grow up. Okay, somebody's also, I feel like the same person that's mad that you don't trust them is very selfish and hypersensitive. And that ain't a good company. It's like, why do you think I don't trust you? You don't trust you. Anyway. Advice. Ace of Wands in the reverse. No more third party situations. We bond based on truth. This keeps coming out. It's a whole bunch of people lying right now. Okay, we bond based on truth. Leaning in to a situation, being vulnerable. That's the way that people bond. You can't bond on a lie. It's gonna fall apart. It ain't that complicated. People are not that complicated. If you think they lying, they are. It's too easy. It's really easy. Especially if they guard it all the time. Could have been dealing with a Gemini. There's somebody's past that's still affecting their present, and you don't want that, right? You want to leave that shit back there. It didn't even feel good. You know? If you're always living with your dukes up, I'm always on guard, I'm waiting for the asshole to come out and people, then are you the problem? That's for the cross watcher or for Leo. It isolates you from the things that you could have in your life, right? When you're always on guard, you know? And it sabotages relationships. It sabotages yourself. It's a lot of self-sabotage here. Don't do that to yourself, Leo. If you ain't sure about it, don't take action. Somebody was, okay. Knight of Wands in the reverse. Yeah, don't take no more action on this third party situation here. Something feels forced at this point, and you know it. You've been feeling that for a while. Okay? Because I don't know too many Leos that give up quick. You know, y'all determined. I'm Aries too. I get it. We're not quitters like that. But once we done. Somebody was keeping their eyes open. That's why I felt forced. That's why I felt like, are we bonding? Are you being vulnerable with me? Could be an Aquarius here. Aquarius came up twice, didn't it? That's why you felt that way. Because you were being put in a competition. Leo. Your energy is here. One more card for Leo. Somebody was really clingy. One of you was very clingy and one of you was very independent. You choose which one you are. Okay, one more card. Somebody was with the other person for stability and not love. And that ain't love. You know what? When you have to rely on a person, it can make you feel some kind of way about that person. You know, a lot of people who rely on another person, you only want to do that for a little while. You know, it's not that you shouldn't be able to rely on your partner, but I think there's someone who heavily relied on their partner, and that can build resentment. I don't know what that's about. I'm going to pull one more card. Y'all tell me. It's always the nice ones, ain't it? Nice people send your ass right on into therapy, because if they showed up as a dick, then you probably wouldn't have entertained the situation, right? So I feel like somebody was led on here. And they were nice so they could get you, okay? The thing is, being led on, it hurts so much worse than if I just tell you, listen, Leo, I just came out of a very nasty situation. Or, I'm just not ready for a relationship right now. And I'm not going to lead you on by doing girlfriend, boyfriend shit after I tell you that I'm not ready for a relationship. I'm not emotionally available because I just went through some things. You know, I'm working on my stuff. I'm shifting through my shit right now. Okay, so I think the best thing for us to do is to keep things platonic right now. Because if I tell you that and I act accordingly, I feel like somebody may have told the other person something, but the actions didn't add up. That's confusion. That's what leads to these situationships. Okay? Be honest about it. I'm not ready for a relationship, and I'm not finna do girlfriend, boyfriend shit to confuse you. Okay? Because being lit, like, that's that nice people shit. I don't want no nice person. Because nice is me telling you that I'm not gonna have sex with you. I know you're attracted to me. I know. Because Leos are fine. Okay? You're just good looking. And you keep yourselves up and all of that kind of stuff. But if you're not ready, tell them. And if it was them, they should have told you. Okay? I'm going to leave it there, Leo. If you would like a personal reading to look deeper into this situation or another situation that's personal to you, please check the description box for that. Like, share, and subscribe if this resonated with you, or if you just enjoyed the video. And I will see you guys in the next reading. Ciao.